Why? Your dominant intention test gone. What is your intention is not important in terms of BSNL judgment and Larsen and Toubro judgment by Honorable Supreme Court. If any contract which got material and labor and material chargeable to local sale tax, it is a... So what you will do, sir? 100 crore rupees is the machine value and only 2 lakh is the erection value. My advice to all of you would be, please segregate this contract, don't make consolidated. Otherwise, 100 crore plus 2 lakh become works contract and you may end up paying service tax even on 100 crore rupees. Have separation. Supply of machine 100 crore, 2 lakh rupees only for erection. So this erection would be works contract, otherwise this would be supply contract. If it is consolidated, you are inviting problem for yourself. If it is described separately, price is mentioned separately, no problem, sir. Coming back, yeah? My advice to you would be that please have separate. Please have separate. Otherwise, you are inviting unwanted litigation for yourself. Works contract, initially, they said there would be 2 options. Option 1, actually you should bifurcate material and labor. Service tax applicable on actual labor or service portion, right? If it cannot be actually bifurcated, then 40, 60 and 70. 40% original works, 70% for repair, maintenance, restoration, servicing of any goods, and 60% other than these 2, plastering, glazing, electrification. But the 60-70 got merged from, this 60-70 got merged from 1st October 2014. So there are effectively only 2 rates, 40% and 70%. Service tax applicable either on 40% or 70%. So if it is applicable, what are the conditions? No credit on input. Credit is available on input, service and capital goods. I get frequent questions, sir. If 40% taxable, can I avail 100% standard credit of service tax on input services, or I have to limit my credit to the extent of 40%? To me, 100% credit would be available. FOC value of material and service need to be included in gross consideration. If anything provided by contractee to the contractor. Let's say contractee providing 20 crore rupees cement to you for 100 crore rupees project, but 10 crore rupees is recovery, then service tax should be applicable on 110 crore rupees, net of recovery made. Now next question which is going to all of you here today, when I've said FOC value need to be included there, the Bayana Builders judgment, but now it is the part of notification. I've discussed the input service component also. There are 2 options, right? Option 1 is the actual, and another one is the composition. How this transaction is dealt under VAT and service tax provision. Let's take an example. 100 rupees is the works contract value. Now that, assume it is a repairs contract. Assume it is a repairs contract. Under VAT, you got 3 options. Either you should actually bifurcate. If you actually bifurcate, then VAT is applicable on material portion, service tax applicable on labor portion or service portion. If you cannot actually bifurcate, then standard deduction method under VAT provision. What is standard deduction? They give deduction on account of service portion. So balance is VAT chargeable. So mainly they give how much? 25%, 30%, and these percentages vary from one state to another state. Let's assume they're giving 25% only for the service portion, then the VAT chargeable on 75 rupees. But in this case, VAT paid on input, credit would be available. And last one is the composition method under VAT provision. What is composition? A concessional rate on 100 rupees, maybe 4%, 3%. This rate vary from one state to another state. So you may pay VAT on 4% on 100 rupees, but no corresponding credit of VAT on input would be available. So taking this particular thing, take to the service tax provision. If you can actually bifurcate, no problem. You have to pay service tax only on service portion. If you cannot actually bifurcate, you got only two percentage, 40% and 70%. Repairs, 70% taxable. So on 100 rupees, again you will pay service tax on 70% and double taxation applicable. Double taxation applicable. Is there any way forward? Can be done away with the double taxation? Yes, we all are looking for that. It will go away with the GST. So now I'm telling you some GST related provision. What is GST? You know, in 122 Constitution Amendment Bill, GST means any taxes on supply of goods or services or both, except alcoholic liquor for human consumption. I am not able to understand if GST applied on supply of goods or services, what is left out for both? This is the first part. Now, how the goods and services are being defined? Goods, they say, goods includes all material, commodities and article without defining what is goods, subject to lot of interpretation. And I think it is meeting challenges. This is what we are preparing ourselves. And what is service, by the way? Anything other than goods is service. This is the wider definition they have provided. Sir, I was in Rajasthan very recently, and I was talking to one of the government official, and I was asking, sir, GST में ये कैसा आपने ये both भी डाल दिया, इसके अंदर कुछ क्लैरिटी नहीं है. सर्विस प्रोवाइडर को 61 रिटर्न भरने हैं. सर, व्हाट यू आर डूइंग, आप कुछ क्लैरिटी तो दीजिए. तो मुझे एक छोटा सा वहां पे एक जोक याद आया था, एंड दैट जोक इज वेरी एप्रोप्रिएट. वन राजस्थानी गॉट मैरिड, और राजस्थान में जब शादी होती है, आपको मालूम है, जब नई नई शादी होती है तो बिरनी जो होती है उसका घूंघट बहुत लंबा होता है, टू मच लंबा बिरनी का. शादी करके दोनों बस स्टॉप पे आ गए. अब बिरनी का घूंघट बहुत लंबा है, सब उसे आगे पीछे से देख रहे हैं. जिसका घूंघट लंबा होता है उसे देखने की भी इच्छा. देखिए, अब आप ही बोल रहे हैं. गुड मॉर्निंग आपने नहीं बोला, गुड आफ्टरनून आपने नहीं बोला, लेकिन घूंघट देखते ही आपको बोलना याद आ गया. जिसका घूंघट ज्यादा है उसको देखने की इच्छा ज्यादा होती है. तो व्हाट इज दिस बिनरी? बिनरी इज नथिंग बट ए जीएसटी लॉ. ये होगा कैसा, किस तरह के प्रोविजन आएंगे? व्हेन दे आर सेइंग जीएसटी एप्लीकेबल ऑन गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज एंड बोथ, तो समझ में नहीं आ रहा जीएसटी लॉ होगा कैसा. सो बिनरी इज नथिंग बट ए जीएसटी लॉ. एंड जो हस्बैंड है वो है टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट, और जो वो देख रहे हैं वो है हम सब जो बस स्टॉप पे खड़े हैं कि ये जीएसटी लॉ होगा कैसा. तो हुआ क्या, अब बिनरी बोलती है हस्बैंड से, ए जी सुनते हो, ये सब मुझे आगे पीछे से देख रहे हैं, मुझे तो शर्म लाग रही है. तो हस्बैंड जो टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट है वो बोलता है, बाबड़ी तू घबरावे क्यों है, तू अपना मुखड़ो खोल दे, सब देख के भाग जावेंगे. तू अपना मुखड़ो खोल दे, सब देख के. आई एम नॉट लुकिंग दैट काइंड ऑफ जीएसटी प्रोविजन. I said if service provider filing only 2 return and he has to file 61 return per registration, you are making life uneasy. It is not ease of business. It is not going to add, but I'm taking this as an opportunity. Why I'm taking this as an opportunity? Because that is going to give me the business which we never thought of. And we are moving towards that direction only. And second aspect would be, sir, when we look at works contract, construction, lot of confusion and dispute. One thing I have not discussed, partial reverse charge. Works contract is under partial reverse charge 50. Now I will ask Swachh Bharat cess. Think of a situation that you signed a contract prior to 15th November when Swachh Bharat cess was not leviable. And you were not knowing Swachh Bharat cess will be coming. 100 crore rupees project. Now you know 50% to be charged by service provider and 50% to be paid by service receiver. So what will happen? 50%, 50%, and how it is normally being charged? Let's say 1 lakh rupees, and it is your original works. If I'm a service provider, I will charge service tax 1 lakh into 50%, into 40%, into 14% service tax rate applied. Am I right? Now after Swachh Bharat Cess, first question, if contract does not say about Swachh Bharat Cess, can I charge Swachh Bharat Cess to my receiver? Because he is not entitled to avail credit. He will reimburse the money to me. Do we have started thinking on those lines? And what will happen for Swachh Bharat Cess now? How it would be calculated? It would be calculated simply like 1 lakh into 40% into 50% into 14.5%. So 50-50 divided between service provider and service receiver. But I'm only asking where there is no clause in the contract. Can you demand? There's a one High Court writ petition, Bhagwati Security Services. Let's say I'm providing service, I did not charge service tax. I did not charge service tax. But I was asking you to pay me service tax. You were saying that, no, I will not pay you the service tax. So whether my service tax liability is done away, whatever money I will receive, that would be considered come tax value, right? Under section 67, subsection 2. So in this case, what happened? BSNL was the service recipient customer for Bhagwati Security Services. Bhagwati Security Services was providing services to BSNL, and BSNL was not paying service tax. There was an audit happened in the case of Bhagwati Security Services. And audit team says, sir, आपको तो service tax देना है, आपको pay करना पड़ेगा. So they now paid the service tax. Now they want to recover this money from the customer. My question goes to all of you, can we recover this service tax amount from receiver? Is it possible? And believe me that the Honorable Allahabad High Court has said it can be recovered. So sometime you may have a contract, and it was there in case of renting of immovable property. That landlord wanted to charge service tax, but tenant was saying, I will not pay. Tenant was saying, I will not pay. But subsequently, when it was retrospective amendment, it got decided. What happened for the past period when tenant has not paid the service tax? Can you recover money from tenant legally? This judgment is going to give you the power. And this honorable judgment says that service tax is to be paid by a person who is consuming the services. Service provider is only merely a collecting agency. It is consumption based. The person who is consuming services, he has to pay service tax. And you can collect the service tax amount. SSI exemption. In renting, I get number of queries for SSI exemption. You are having property and they are co-owner, husband and wife. Now you are letting out your property. Question comes, can individually husband and wife enjoy SSI exemption up to 10 lakh rupees? Or it is consolidated as a AOP? Possible. It is possible provided you are being given separate check in the name of separate owner, husband and wife. There should not be one check. If it is separately being issued, agreement is separate, talking about separate rent amount, then SSI exemption will also be available. In Swachh Bharat says that 2-3 things which is as a food for thought and tax planning measure. You are chartered accountant giving services to SEZ unit, SEZ developer. We got Falta, we got so many unit. They are SEZ unit. Now today, when you are providing services to SEZ unit, either you are not charging service tax, or you will charge service tax if Form A1, A2 is not being complied with. So let's say you are not charging service tax. What happened for Swachh Bharat Cess? It is exemption for service tax in terms of notification number 12/2013. Whether the same exemption would be available to you for Swachh Bharat Cess. And what happened if Swachh Bharat says you charge to SEZ unit? What SEZ unit will do with the Swachh Bharat cess? Can they claim refund? Yes, please. And believe me, these may be, I'm just stepping ahead. I'm just creating questionnaire for ourselves and asking to ourselves whether possible or not. Last 2-3 minutes on joint development agreement. In joint development agreement, there is a landlord and there is builder. So landlord is giving land, builder is undertaking construction services. There are two models available. Either is a joint development agreement where both become partner, sharing profit and loss together. And one contract is he's giving land to me and I'm constructing 4 flats. Out of 4, 2 flats I'm handing over to the landowner. So take this example first. So he has given me the land. I'm constructing 4 flats. Out of 4, I'm giving 2 back to my landowner and 2 I'm selling to the independent market. Please tell me what would be the value for the chargeability of service tax in the hands of builder who is undertaking construction when he's giving 2 flats to the landowner. Time is a pause, so I am continuing with the answers. There's the one circular 151 dated 10 February 2012. And this circular says valuation would be value of similar flats which is sold to independent customers. And where from this provision are coming? From section 67. 67 says gross consideration would be either monetary consideration. If it is in kind, then equivalent money consideration. If it is ascertainable. If it is not ascertainable, then value for similar services. If let's say similar services is not there, then cost of construction plus notional profit. So आप कह सकते थे सर मैंने बेचा ही नहीं है कोई फ्लैट तो वैल्यू कहां से आएगी? Then value would be cost of construction plus notional profit. So this is valuation. Coming back to point of taxation. When service tax to be paid by builder or developer? If you look at POT rule 2011, POT rule says in terms of rule 3, earliest of the 3, date of receipt of money, date of invoice, provided invoice is raised within 30 days. Sir, कई बार ऑडियंस को देख के ना ये समझ में आ जाता है कि हमारे हिसाब से टॉपिक चूज हुआ है या नहीं हुआ है. कई बार जब आप मम चेहरे से व्हाट्सएप चला रहे होते हैं, फेसबुक चला रहे होते हैं और वन साइडेड प्रेजेंटेशन चल रही होती है तो समझ में आ जाता है टॉपिक आपने ऐसा ही दिया है कि बेचारा ये बोलता रहेगा, हम अपना एफएम रेडियो सुनते रहेंगे. और कई बार ऐसा होता है कि जब हम टॉपिक पे बोल रहे होते हैं, आई सी आई टू आई कॉन्टैक्ट, आई सी द वाइब्रेशन, I see that the gut feeling. Because they are concerned, they are more concerned, they want to understand kya hoga. And believe me, this presentation I given just 4 months back. And 1 hour presentation I saw eye to eye contract, they were catching me from each nook and corners. But today, when I'm talking about invoice, even we do not know in how many days we have to raise the invoice. And I'm signing balance sheet, being statutory auditor, and I'm saying that I'm not KMP. Sir, Companies Act 2013 says we are KMP. If we are not qualifying the report, even for the tax evasion, you are the part and parcel of management. And pakka you are going for. Sir, believe me, those days are gone. When we used to say, I'm only signing balance sheet for 5,000 rupees. Please, please. We are signing tax audit report, statutory audit report, and how we are signing with the 5,000 rupees. And we never want to check even Sanvet balance. Sanvet balance भी कैसे डालते हैं? लेजर अकाउंट दे दे भैया अपना. Opening पता कितना है, closing पता कितना यूटिलाइज किया, फिगर डाल दिया. But we never used to see whether availment है भी या नहीं भी, whether he can avail the credit or not. And tomorrow we are going to say, sir, 5,000 में से ज्यादा और क्या काम कराओगे? So मैं कहता हूं आप 5,000 में काम करते ही क्यों हैं हम? Why can't we price ourselves? But आदत है सर ना नहीं बोल सकते. वो 29 सितंबर को भी बैलेंस शीट लेके आएगा तो भी उसकी भरेंगे, तो भी भरेंगे और उससे ना नहीं करेंगे। और जो 29 सितंबर को लेके आता है वो आता ही जुगाड़ है, बने वो पहले नहीं आ सकता, वो आता ही ऐसा बंदा जो जुगाड़ करके बैठा हुआ है और हम उसे सर्टिफाइड स्टैम्प मार के दे रहे होते। सर, आई एम ओनली क्वेश्चनिंग, जहां 14 डेज आप बात कर रहे हैं, दिस गॉट चेंज फ्रॉम 1 अप्रैल 2012। वी हैव टू रेज इनवॉइस विद इन 30 डेज। अगर आप अपने केस में रेज नहीं कर रहे, यू आर इन्वाइटिंग प्रॉब्लम फॉर योर सेल्फ, लीव योर क्लाइंट असाइड। सो आई एम ओनली सेइंग दैट कई बार टॉपिक हमारा, इसीलिए इनकम टैक्स अगर मैं बोल रहा होता, आई नो बिकॉज यू आर डूइंग डे इन डे आउट, आपका इंटरेस्ट भी बनता है। अरे जिसकी पिक्चर देखनी अच्छी लगती है उसकी पिक्चर देखनी अच्छी लगती है, जिसकी नहीं अच्छी लगती उस बेचारे को तो स्ट्रगल करना पड़ता है। और मैं स्ट्रगल कर रहा था, मैं देख रहा था आप लोगों को, मुझे समझ में भी आ रही थी मुझे स्ट्रगलिंग हो रही है, बट आई एम स्टिल टेलिंग यू सर, दो बिकॉज यू आर साइनिंग द बैलेंस शीट, नाउ यू कैन नॉट से यू डोंट नो सर्विस टैक्स प्रोविजन, you can't say you do not know all this provision, then don't sign. We all are equally accountable and responsible being KMP. अगर टैक्स इवेजन हुआ है, then we are equally responsible, and believe me, those days are not gone when stringent action would be taken. So before it is too late, when Honorable Supreme Court says chartered accountants are not competent as lawyer, are we ready to listen all this thing? When we will stand up and wake up to the occasion? We have to raise our voice. We have to be competent. Sometimes provisions are not relevant to you, but of course interest can be created. How can be created? Maybe the right topic which you want. Who is saying that Bimaljan is going to speak only on construction? Tell me which topic you want. Ask me any question from indirect tax from any corners. If I'm not able to answer it, I will pay you whatever you want. Either you should have a courage or I should have a courage to give it back to you. Let's take with a positive mindset. So rule 3 says earliest of the 3, date of receipt of money, date of invoice, provided raised within 30 days from the completion of service. If not raised, then date of completion of service would be the POT. So having said such provision, क्या होगा सर इस केस में? Land right I am getting on 27th of November, but I am giving flat only on 27th November 2018. Am I supposed to discharge service tax liability today, which is POT rule, or am I supposed to discharge service tax liability in 2018 when I am handing over possession or the right in the flat to my landowner? If you look at circular, if we look at the circular 151, the circular clearly says that we have to pay service tax when we are handing over possession or right in the flat by way of conveyance deed. Means 2018, postponement of liability, contrary to the POT rule. So I get number of queries across the board. Sir, क्या करें? POT rule follow करें या circular follow करें? I am of the view, why can't we follow the circular? We can follow the circular. Circular is binding on department. Had it not been the case, they could have withdrawn the circular, which they have not done it as yet. So I can postpone our liability as well. So this is one aspect of joint development agreement. Just I am being reminded second time, with due respect to Chairman sir, I want to conclude with one line only. Somebody was asking me, sir, why we need to prepare for GST? जैन साहब आके बहुत चिल्ला के बोल रहे हैं जीएसटी के लिए पढ़ लो। उनका तो इंटरेस्ट होगा, हम क्यों पढ़ रहे हैं सर? क्लियर ही नहीं आएगा कि नहीं आएगा। और हम चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट पढ़ते ही तब है चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट बनने का जब कोई असाइनमेंट पैसे के साथ आता है। बिना पैसे के साथ तो सर मैं नोटिफिकेशन सर्कुलर कुछ नहीं पढ़ता। तो सर मैं एक छोटी सी स्टोरी के साथ समापन करूंगा। एक बार शंकर भगवान और मां पार्वती जा रहे थे और वेस्ट बंगाल से ही जा रहे थे। वो यह चलिए सर, तो उन्होंने देखा एक गांव में एक बंदा किसान है जो खेती बाड़ी कर रहा है पर उस गांव में 6 साल से पानी नहीं पड़ा था और 6 साल तक पानी नहीं पड़ने वाला था, बट स्टिल ही वॉज डूइंग दैट। मां पार्वती से रहा नहीं गया। मां पार्वती ने शंकर भगवान से पूछा, प्रभुवर, इस किसान को मालूम है 6 साल से पानी नहीं पड़ा, पर फिर भी ये रोज आके खेतीबाड़ी करता है, फसल तो होनी नहीं है और 6 साल पानी पड़ेगा भी नहीं, ये भी मालूम है, तो भी करता है, ये ऐसा करता क्यों है? तो शंकर भगवान ने कहा, ऐसा करो, आप जाके पूछ क्यों नहीं लेते इस बात को? पर शंकर भगवान को मालूम था। यदा यदा ही धर्मस्य। तो शंकर भगवान को मालूम था। मां पार्वती ने रूप बदला और वो नीचे आए और उससे पूछना स्टार्ट किया, बस अरे आपके 6 साल यहां पानी नहीं पड़ा है, इतने दिन से जीएसटी की बात कर रहे हैं, अप्रैल 1, 2010 से 15 में आ गए, अभी तक तो जीएसटी आया नहीं, आगे भी जीएसटी आएगा नहीं आएगा नहीं मालूम, पानी पड़ेगा नहीं पड़ेगा नहीं मालूम। तुम रोज क्यों आके जीएसटी की कहानी पढ़ते हो, रोज आके जीएसटी की बात क्यों करते हो, और रोज जीएसटी पे हमें लेक्चर क्यों देते हो, रोज आके खेती बाड़ी क्यों करते हो? What he is responding, and he is nothing but a Bimal Jain. He is saying that मां, मुझे मालूम है